Hi, I'm Dr. David Purves. Welcome to Insights from the Clinic. We all have hurts. We acquire hurts just as a process of living. You're born, you have arguments, relationship difficulties, issues with parents, with friends, you're bullied at school, workplace issues. There's just all sorts of opportunities for us to create, develop, and hold on to hurts. And when we hold on to hurts, we tend to do something a bit strange, really, when you think about it. We put a barrier around them. It's almost like we prevent the hurt from infecting the rest of our personality, but in so doing, we also protect the hurt from being inspected, changed, modified, eradicated. So we carry hurts throughout our life. And many of the problems that you'd struggle with in normal life are simply the consequence of prior hurts continuing to exert an influence. I sometimes think of them as nasty things that exert a smell. You know, they ooze, they emanate, they influence. And long-standing hurts influence, distort, twist and turn the course of your life. If you've ever responded to somebody in a way that was slightly inappropriate, because actually it wasn't them, it was somebody else, but you just kind of responded, that's a hurt, right? If you have a relationship and it's difficult because, you know, you were hurt in the past, but now you're in a new relationship and it's difficult to trust, or it's difficult to be intimate, or it's difficult to do whatever you like, that's a hurt. That's the consequence of a previous hurt influence your present experience. And if you really kind of boil it down, your present experience is not clean, it's influenced by your previous experiences, even though this is a completely different setting. Sometimes people make the distinction between what's called clean and dirty thoughts, or clean and dirty experiences. A clean experience is one where you respond to this experience as if it is completely original and new, and you're not bringing any baggage to it. A dirty experience is where you bring all your baggage to it, and this experience gets distorted in line with previous history. So, you know, a string of relationship failures, or a string of arguments, or constant anger, or other kinds of things. And if you take it far enough down the line, it leads to abuse and all sorts of difficulties. When we put a barrier around our hurt, we stop it from being inspected. We stop it from being changed. We allow it, we give it the power and principle to continue to influence the whole of our lives through this eminence, through this influence, this smell that distorts and kind of colours every experience that we have. So this is what I like to do. To figure out kind of one of the most serious hurts that people generally carry, I always say this. I ask everyone this. I say, what's the most negative thing you believe about yourself? And the most negative thing you believe about yourself is often one of the biggest hurts that you carry with you. And so it will be commonly things like, you know, I don't feel good enough, or I'm not good enough. I'm a failure. People don't like me. I have no friends. I'm not nice. I'm not acceptable. I'm wrong. There's something wrong with me. I'm horrible. These are the kinds of negative beliefs that people have about themselves. And these are created from the hurts that have been protected from being inspected because they've got a barrier around them. You could equally well call it baggage, right? You must know somebody who has had a relationship difficulty because of their baggage, right? Or if people say, oh, that person's high maintenance, it's because it takes a lot of maintenance, it takes a lot of effort to work around all the baggage they're carrying. Well, these are the hurts, right? So ask yourself this question. What's the most negative thing you believe about yourself? If you can answer it, that's a real good clue as to what the most significant hurt is that you're carrying around. Now, here's the thing, right? Is your most negative belief about yourself actually true? Does it stand up to evidence? I mean, is it objectively true, or is it a feeling? Is it something that was formed 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, and it's still there? Is it objectively true? If it's not objectively true, there are many things that you can do to change it. Imagine that, right? Getting rid of the hurts that distort your life. Getting rid of that baggage, putting the baggage down. I once read a book by a chap, I can't remember the name now, but it had a chapter called people carrying heavy loads. And I always thought that was a really interesting one. There was a picture of someone getting on a tram in Berlin in like 1910 with a big backpack on. But you know, baggage is that. It's baggage. It's a load that you carry with you. Well, do you need to? I would say in all the years I've been doing clinic work, right, you don't need to carry baggage, but you have to know what the baggage is, and then you have to know how to put it down, or at least you have to want to put it down. So ask yourself the question, what's the most negative thing I believe about myself? Ask yourself, is this objectively true? And that's a brilliant starting point for doing something different and starting to put your baggage down. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen.